Yes, it's an article by Rabash. Joseph and his brothers, I seek my brothers. And the third man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field.
This is before the entrance to Egypt. As we learned, they didn't even think about Egypt or anything. Joseph wanted them to connect. And they wanted to connect. And so that brought them to Egypt. And in Egypt, they understood that there's no choice but to connect. And this cry to connect when they really want to connect and they can't, that takes them out of Egypt. That's why Egypt is called a melting pot, which connects them by fire, that they discover they're in the will to receive in order to receive. Read again from the beginning.
Yes. And a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, What are you seeking? And he said, I seek my brothers. Tell me, I pray you, where they are feeding the flock. A man wandering in the field refers to a place from which the crop of the field to sustain the world should spring. And the works of the field are plowing, sowing, and reaping. It is said about that, they that sow in tears shall reap in joy. And this is called a field which the Lord has blessed.
Meaning the person on the way to spirituality has to go through a period called the field that's been blessed by the Creator, where he wanders in the field and he doesn't know how to reach the goal and what is required of him and what does he want out of life. He doesn't understand, and this is already about people who are looking for the path, not people who are just like animals, just wanting to settle themselves, but wanting to achieve the purpose of life, the goal of life, and then they wander around. They don't know what to do. And those who look more and more, they come to a state called the field that has been blessed by the Creator, and by that they come to states that bring them closer to the Creator. And then
A man, Baal HaTurim explained that a person wandering in the field refers to one who strays from the path of reason. One does not know the real way, which leads to the place he should reach, as in an ass wandering in the field. And he comes to a state where he thinks that he will never achieve the goal he should achieve. And the man asked him, saying, What are you seeking? Meaning, how can I help you?
Meaning, then a person arrives at a question, how will I succeed? And then he discovers a quality called Adam, man, that takes him a spiritual quality that advances him. And then he asks him, can you explain what do you want, or how can I help you? What do you want out of me? The inner voice asks the person, what is it that you want? And then?
And he said, I seek my brethren.
Then a person begins to realize that he needs other people. Why?
By being together with my brothers, that is,
meaning in a group with the friends,
that is, by being in a group where there is love of friends, I will be able to mount the trail that leads to the house of God.
then I can come to a kli, a vessel, which is called the house of God. The house means the vessel of God, meaning the Creator fulfills it, the vessel. Only this way, by connecting with others that are like me.
This trail is called a path of bestowal.
That if we bestow to each other, each one to everyone else, we connect above our ego to a common kli.
And this way is against our nature. To be able to achieve it, there is no other way but love of friends.
Which is truly against our nature. So we need the Creator to help us reach such a connection between us called love,
by which everyone can help his friends.
This is essentially the connection that we need to achieve. Now, in our corporeal life, we're not so much in a state where one needs to help the other. Thankfully, we are in a state where everyone has more or less what they need. The problem is only spiritual support. That I know that if I won't support the friend, he will not come to the spiritual goal. And if he won't support me, I will not come to the spiritual goal, meaning we're all interconnected. If we don't support each other, we're all lost. Yes.
And the man said, "They are departed hence." And Rashi interpreted that they had departed themselves from the brotherhood.
Meaning that we don't want to connect is what we discover, that we don't want to connect. So what do we do? What do we do so that we do want to connect and bring ourselves to a state where the Creator is revealed and He enjoys us?
Meaning they do not want to bond with you. This, in the end, caused Israel's exile in Egypt. And to be redeemed from Egypt, we must take it upon ourselves to enter a group that wants to be in love of friends. And by that, we will be rewarded with exodus from Egypt and the reception of the Torah.